set. There's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, we'll get a prime time preseason matchup between the visiting team and the home team. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And finally, Brock, finally, we can say it. Enough build up, the ball is teed up, and we are ready to go. And the NFL on EA Sports is underway. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
Looking to throw right away. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Good running there to get around 6, but now they've got third down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'll really break the backs of a defense.
That's caught for the first. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Get 22 out of that play. And that gives him the first.
And a first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Brings up second and 10.
Second and 10, and they'll stick to the air. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out.
A gain of 14.
He's going to throw it again.
Result is a first down.
Rolling left, buying some time.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
They'll go to the option on second down. Deciding to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. They catch it behind the line. And right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ballgame.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Third and long for him here. That'll be cut by Jackson. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
At the 22-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that second down run.
The 18-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
They'll air it out on third. He's going for it himself. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards.
Field goal is good.
All in all, Kate, I call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
3 on the board, and now he'll send this one away. Has this at the 6. Keeps away from 1. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So they come on offense now, ready for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You get more comfortable in the role. As he goes forward, he tries to learn. It takes something away from each and every one of these moments.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
They give it to him again. Get some space around midfield. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Let's see how they attack his 1st down partner from the 45. Back to the well again. No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play. 1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Inside the 30. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Right up the gut. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
At the 24-yard line.
Look at this option play now on 2nd down. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So 2nd down coming up. They're throwing it. Hits him on the out route.
Complete to number 80.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's not going to be able to escape, and down he goes. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the set.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, kid, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. It's a 36-yard look for him. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Abdullah now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Dive play straight ahead. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
They'll go play action. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
He tries to sneak it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. So first down from the 41.
41-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
It's second down and 10.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got a man left. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down. At the end of one, a field goal for each side, but no one has found the end zone just yet. Both teams neck and neck so far. More coming up after this quick break. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter two. They have it on 3rd and 9. Throw here, third down. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be field. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Number 80.
Punt team on the field.
It's fourth down.
Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. So here comes this offense for its second series of the game. And last drive left them in a little bit of limbo, Brock. They were happy to leave with points, obviously, but not happy that they had to settle for a field goal instead of a touchdown.
Coaches love to say on offense, let every drive end in a kick. Bronze medal's a punt, silver medal's a field goal, and now they're going to be striving for that PAT, the gold medal.
That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good for a first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. The running back gets it on the draw. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Running for the marker on second. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, and they go right back to it. Quite the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Second and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Here's the backup. First throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
On the contact. Makes it third down and 12 yards to go.
To the air on 3rd and long. Setting up the running back screen. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Massive hit. The ball is out. And they steal it back on the return.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. But when they fly down the field, they got two things in mind, Kate. Number one, get the returner down. And number two, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he gets back to the line, but no more. 3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. He's making a bid for it. Escapes a defender. And he's able to get this down to the 13. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on a shorter attempt. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range. He's delivering.
And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now this offense ready to head back out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. He's dropping back to throw. He's dropping deep on this snap. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
He'll work against the blitz. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it. Knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. Here comes their offense out again. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. We've set it down from 37. Now a run here from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Caught for big yards on the right side. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. It is caught left side. Nice gain there on 2nd down before they get to him, but we also have a flag down, partner, so let's see if this stands. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Throwing it again here. Completed over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
Number 80.
So now here's third and 5.
15 yards and leads to third down.
Look to throw. Making the call himself. And the ground game works for the touchdown.
Making that play, I don't think it started out as a touchdown run. I think he was thinking first down, but all of a sudden, a little bit of space opened up, those afterburners kicked in, and he made himself and his team a phenomenal play.
Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys bump the lead up to 13 points.
16. Visitors 3.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He lost the football. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. This offense ready to get going again now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Complete to number 85. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and
manageable. He's throwing. He's got it over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I feel so bad, I really do, and I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Complete over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Brings up second and 3.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's going to keep it this time. 7 yards on that pickup. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11. At the 50-yard line.
So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Back to throw. It's his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Complete to number
Offense to the line fast.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it third and
He'll throw,
7.
third and long. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that makes it fourth down. They'll bring out the punter here. Bryant deep to return it. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Now outruns their offense to take over. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. And what a big play that was on first down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back.
Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Another carry for him. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
He was taken down.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 34-yard
Offense
line.
to the line for second down. Now looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Second down.
Now ahead of third down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout.
It's a gain of
And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
He's going to run for it. He dodged the tackle. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40.
That's good.
Now the offense is going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Looking to throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Working quickly here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. 7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Returning it from the 4. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. Trying the right side. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. He can run it. Oh, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the defense. And they'll take over a little further upfield thanks to that return.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Their offense returning to the field for another possession. Offense to the line. Here we go. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
I'll throw it. Buys time, rolling right. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a 1st.
And a 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal. Pushing left is their running back. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
From the 5-yard line after the loss, 3rd and goal. Back to throw now. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
You only get so many chances to make this type of play for your team. Boy, you'd love to see him come through there.
So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that drops the deficit down to 13.
It's kind of a weird feeling, right? You know that you capitalized on the turnover, you technically scored points, but when you look up at that scoreboard, you had to do more with that takeaway.
Starting from the 5. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And their defense held up after that fumble, only gave up 3. So time for this offense to make it up to them, get some points of their own. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Throwing now off the play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's the line, he's going to run for it. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. An excellent game, 20 yards there. That's going to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll go play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
A 7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long for him here. He puts some air under it, deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The offense headed back to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete. And this gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20.
And the 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
1st and 10, looking to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Well, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got a man left. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
27. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 14.
3rd down from the gun. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. Dive play straight ahead. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down.
17 yards.
A pickup of 17.
That's good.
And that's good for a new set of downs. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. They go play action on first down. Buying some time left. He takes it himself. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And they're going to have a first down now.
36-yard line.
They're going play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face second down. Short side option here. He's running left. Across the 20, continuing to work. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
That's another first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's a give on first and goal. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Here's a throw. Makes the catch. Touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback...
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately, sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
He's going well so far. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Now this offense getting set to work here. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Motioning the tight end left. First down, play action. Escapes the pocket. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 5 still to go here. This is second down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stride. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives him a first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
This time it's a passing play. Brought in right side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Running this one left. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Offense is set. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Putting a receiver in motion. Catch made over the middle. And they bring him down at 13-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they get a smidgen closer as it's down to 16.
If they wanted any kind of shot here, Kate, to come back in this game, that field goal had to go through and make it a 2-score game. That's only the first of what would need to be several steps here in a hurry to have a chance to try to pull this out.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The home team's ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the offense still moving forward as roughing the passer overrules that incomplete pass. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, with a very minimal gain.
2nd and 8.
Looking in the air here. Dumped off to his running back. Down the sideline of the 45. And he works this down to the 41. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Setting him on the dive. Kicks away from one. Now this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little.
At the 23-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. He's got it near the 8. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Maybe the wrong read on the option there, Brock, but it kind of looked like the defense had both reads picked up pretty well there.
I'd agree with you, because the option, you're trying to option off of one defender, like a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
That time, well, the defense was all over it. Tremendous pursuit to knock him backwards.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! These guys make it a 3-score game in the 4th. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys stretch the lead to 23. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Another drive coming up for this offense. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Running it now out of the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Brings up third down and 11.
To the air on third and long. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up fourth and long. You're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
It's a turnover.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
That's good. We're on first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They give it to him again. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on it. 2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Throwing off the play fake. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Intended for number 8.
They've held him out twice. Chance at another stop here. 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll work against the blitz. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Forced to the ground and
Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. It's a job well done by that defense.
makes the score.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Starting from the 5. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. This offense making its way back out now. And the last time we saw Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They're going to try and throw it here. That one going to go against the D.
Pass interference. Defense.
So with a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. To throw here on 1st down. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Complete.
2nd down now, they need 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
He's going to throw this one. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Complete to number 85.
He's keeping it himself on the 3rd down option. This gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line.
2 yards.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that can do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
First down.
They'll run here on 1st down. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
It's a gain of 11. And it's
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he is in. Touchdown. These guys making the scoreboard look a touch better. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one right down the middle. And his guys get it back to a 19-point deficit.
Visitors 16.
Much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And they recover this one without a problem. The onside attempt fails. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. Offensive line. Here we go. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
That's good.
He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Another carry for him. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and
That brings us to the 2-minute warning. These guys can rest easy with a 3-score lead. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll throw. 3rd and long. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, that's one of those cases, and we see it at every level. He simply took off before he got full possession, and that's simply a drop.
So yet again, they're turning to him to try to put 3 on the board. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to make the advantage 22.
Well, he's getting into the territory that's great for him as an individual, Kate. There aren't many kickers who can brag they've made this many kicks, 6 in one game, but this is also not great for the offense because this means 6 times they've gotten within range, couldn't find their way to the end zone.
Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. That count runs their offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. From the gun, here's a handoff. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. Clock is working against them as they hurry up to the line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Gun snap, they'll throw. Trying to push deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Pass play coming here. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
And a 1st down. A gain of 7 results in a 1st
Throwing
down.
now off the play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. As he goes down. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Complete to number 13. It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to third down.
From the gun on third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Looking quickly here.
And it's fourth down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He's got it to his running back. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down.
For a first down. A gain of 21 yards. And a first down.
They get to the line and spike the football to stop the clock. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Setting up to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
To number 80.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll air it out on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. You're going to go for it here. Trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here. He finds it beyond the marker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play.
A gain of 15. Result is a first down.
Looking inside the red zone. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the good work to defend the pass canceled out by a mistake in the pass rush as they get him for roughing the passer. They are throwing it again. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds. So pass interference on the shot to the end zone, and now they're going to be set up on the goal line with a great chance to get the touchdown anyway. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying, they kept taking shots to the very end, but now we have reached that end. This one's over. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. What a game for our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.